The volume of the below cylinder is 62.8 cubic millimeters. What is the height? So in this case, we know the volume. We can find our radius because we're given the diameter. We have a diameter here of 4, but we don't know what the height is. So we're still going to go to our formula sheet and find the formula for the volume of a cylinder. And that formula is V equals pi r squared. Remember, that's the area of a circle, right? Times our height. We have like stacked area, thinking of it in that sense for the volume of a cylinder. So now instead of just knowing all of these, now we also know our volume. So we're just going to fill in our knowns, but we don't know our height, so we're going to leave that H. So for our V, for volume, we know that's 62.8. We know the value of pi is 3.14 times our radius squared. So if our diameter is 4, our radius we know is half that from the center of the base out. So our radius is 2, so times 2 squared, times our height. That's what we're looking for. So if this weren't a multiple choice question, we'd have to know how to do some algebra here. We need to figure out 3.14 times 2 squared times what gives us 62.8. So what we can do is clean this up a little bit, and we can compute what 3.14 times 2 squared is. So let's first do that on our calculator. So we have 3.14 times 2 squared, and that ends up being 12.56 times our height. So now we have 12.56 times something equals 62.8. So if we look at a smaller case, if I have 8 equals 4 times something, I know you all know that's 2, because 4 times 2 gives us 8. So we want to know the relationship between these two numbers, right? How do I get 2 out of 8 and 4? Well, I can divide the 2. 8 divided by 4 gives us 2. So really what we're going to do is we're going to divide both sides by the coefficient of x, and that leaves us with what our x value is. So even though this problem has decimals in it, it's the same idea. So we want to get h alone, and that's being multiplied by 12.56. So we want to divide by 12.56. And if I do that on this side, that helps me with my goal. Anything divided by itself is 1. So I have 1h over here, or just h. So now if I compute this side, 62.8 divided by 12.56 gives me a solution of 5. So my height of this cylinder would be 5 millimeters. We can always check our answer. It's always a good idea to do in math. We could just plug this right here. So we have 3.14 times 2 squared times 5, and that would yield 62.8, so we know we're correct.